They better be glad y'all playing inside instead of outside on concrete.
That's how we start the podcast.
Yep.
That's how we start the podcast. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's another one. Gathering the Old Men podcast. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. Yeah, I'm doing this wrong. Let's do this right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your mind. Often imitated, but never duplicated. It's the Gathering of Old Men podcast. Myself, TT, and Mullo, talk into this week's event. I would also like again to welcome Doc Holliday from HBCU Overdrive. So we are expecting Trustee Gibbons, St. Pete resident, our Marlo's classmate, kind of my classmate from St. Pete. Hopefully we can get him in here. I do understand that they had a full day of meetings yesterday, and apparently there were meetings in the grand ballroom today. So if he doesn't show up, we'll definitely get him on again. We'll get it worked out. So hopefully he gets in. If he doesn't, we'll get a way to get it rescheduled. I did have some questions for him. Some other people submitted some questions. So at the end of the day, our main thing was getting to some questions about athletics, Coach Prairie's contract, which has been approved. And that I'm going to say this, right? This podcast is fan oriented. It is a love first podcast.
Unless you go to school in Daytona.
Or unless you go to school in Baton Rouge.
I'm sitting here holding my head, but I am not above ridicule because I don't think we've had a boot skin on this podcast yet.
Or if you go to that school in Tallahassee.
I was leaving the drinkable waterless place.
Nah.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Anyway, so, but I posted a clip. I didn't post it on YouTube. I posted it on my personal Twitter channel because it was me celebrating Coach in the way that we do things here. Fat Mouth Sports is where the fans have a voice, and the things that fans say, I listen, take in. And if you go back and look at the Madness Basketball podcast, and if you watch the tenor of the entire interview, we didn't put Coach in any bad position, right? My joke may have fell flat for you, but if you follow me or follow the podcast, this is what we do. We defend ours. We show love to ours. And we make sure everybody know we love ours. That being said, if you took offense to it, if you're a board member, if you're a member of the HBCU community, I apologize if it made you feel some type of way, but I made sure with Coach that I told Coach we was going to celebrate him because I've been on Coach bandwagon from day one, from SWAC Media Day. That was the first time I got to meet him. And I'm still on the bandwagon because I saw it. Oh man, you know what? We're gonna get to the pop-up handy later. But anyway, I want to thank everybody that's here. 15 that already showed up. We ran a little late because in downtown Tampa there is a Bocelli concert that has got all the downtown messed up, and I don't understand why. So I was racing to get here so we can get the podcast. So thank you for being here. There is apparently, unbeknownst to me, a softball tournament in Clearwater. Missouri, Florida, I think, played earlier today. So if you're in the Clearwater area and you want to see some softball, there's softball in the Clearwater area. There's also HBCU softball that is in Covington, Georgia. That's believe I want to make sure I say this right. The HBCU Invitational, if I'm not mistaken, that's happening in Covington, Georgia. Yeah.
Oh, then we got the Cactus Jack Invitational down in Houston, Texas.
Okay. So there's softball and baseball, y'all. It's that time of season. And again, I'm one of them people that's gonna talk noise about softball. And speaking of softball, my Florida State Seminoles, they look good. And I don't care what nobody say. We just whooped on Missouri. And make sure y'all tell Oklahoma when we see them, we're gonna see them. What now, Marlo? What?
You first of all, that's just like you trying to bet Paul Firebaum your eyebrows.
That's what we're doing.
You better.
That's what my
better
eyebrows
lead
grew back.
You better leave them dang people up there in Oklahoma alone.
Ain't nobody scared of Oklahoma. We got big bats. Big bats. Big
First of all,
bats.
I was going to say, first of all, that ain't no compliment. You tell your softball team got big bats.
They do got big bats.
First off, what we're not going to do is that. Our team got big bats. B-A-T-S. Don't do that. We're not doing that tonight. Ooh.
Okay. I know I wasn't the only person to think that that's what you said.
Anyway, currently, right now, basketball in the SWAC. Alcorn State is up 72 to 69. Come on, Lady Rattlers. Let's get back in this game. I'm gonna stop score watching because that's when y'all win. So I'm gonna stop score watching. I'm gonna attempt to use this ESPN app because this ESPN app has been wrong about several things about the SWAC when it comes to basketball. I'm not gonna mention. Yeah, they just been wrong about a lot of stuff. The matter of fact, I got to do crazy stuff just to get.
All
right.
Where Jamal left because Jamal gonna have something to say about ESPN.
That's one of the questions I wanted to ask Devron about how he felt about the media rights deal and how that affects athletics and all of that. But when we get a chance to ask those questions, we will. Hopefully he makes it in tonight. So currently men's basketball standings right now, Southern is number 1, 10-1 in the conference. Jackson State, they have number 2 at 8-3. Bethune is tied. Is tied for the second with 8-3, and then there is a 1-2-3-way tie at third. At 7-4, that is FAMU, Texas Southern, Alcorn, and Alcorn. And then it's Alabama State, Grambling, Alabama A&M, Prairie View, Mississippi Valley State, and UAPB. Couple storylines that we really need to follow. Grambling State.
They ain't hitting on anything.
I don't listen. I don't know why. And I kind of just all of the early season stuff, I kind of put by the wayside because you playing heavy hitters in the beginning of the season. So I didn't know if they had injuries, and I've been trying to watch and see. But correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they have the player of the year or the preseason player of the year still on the squad? Kevin Dozier.
Yeah.
So right now he's only averaging 11.7 points a game, but I know he's more of a floor general. But I don't know what happened between last year and this year. And normally we would have. we would have seen them in FAMU, and so I would have been able to see them play. But I haven't been able to see them play. And to be honest with y'all, I'm not. Last year, I subscribed to everybody's secondary streaming channel, and it cost me a bunch of money. I'm not doing that this year.
Hey,
and it's nothing against the programs because we still donate to whoever and whenever, but it's oh man, I can't. Oh man.
Oh, that's Crook right there. Crook SU. He from Southern.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't donate to everybody.
Okay. You know what? We 10 minutes in. We might as well go ahead and get this out the way.
Let 10 minutes in. Still
what the hell is that on the screen? Did that shit say BCU donation fund?
We're going around the whole SWAC, Marlo. The whole
Why in the fuck is it under my picture? What in the hell just happened? My bad, y'all. I
tell you what, Marlo will never hesitate to alienate a whole fan base.
I'm just saying.
Oh man.
I'm just saying.
So this podcast, this ain't your other podcast, right? This is a fan podcast. And so there are fan-based conversations that happen on this podcast. That particular night, Marlo wasn't having it. And it was the reason that we was going around the SWAC was because it was media day. It was 2 days of SWAC media day for basketball. And I spent those days asking coaches, what can the fans do to help the teams win, in home games and whatnot. And the feedback was always show up, support, donate, the same normal themes. So I'm like, okay, well, when I get my platform up tonight, I'm going to go ahead and go around the whole SWAC. And I think we did it 2 days. We went around the whole SWAC and we attempted to go around the whole SWAC. I'm going to say that.
I'm about to say we attempted to do that.
We attempted to go around the whole SWAC. We kind of hit a Marlo wall.
I'm just saying. It was not my fault that you put that shit under my picture. Ain't nobody gonna see me out there.
So I did not know the software. I didn't know the software was gonna at that time. I didn't know the software was gonna put it right there. If I knew ahead of time the software was gonna put it right there, I still would have did it.
Hey, let's get to some women right now. For the women right now, because it is playing. So earlier today, Alcorn came down to Tallahassee and beat the Lady Rattlers 74-69. Grambling is at halftime against Prairie View 31-25. Grambling with the 6-point lead. Starting the third quarter, Southern is up big, 34-20 on Texas Southern.
What?
Hold on, we gotta talk about that.
Let's talk about that after this. So Alabama A&M up big by 11 on Pine Bluff, 55-44. They are in Pine Bluff. This was a homecoming for Coach Thornton. Here's a shocker right here. Mississippi Valley is up by 11 on Alabama State, 68-57, with a minute left in the fourth quarter.
Anybody check on Nick? Y'all check on Nick?
And last but not least, like Troy said, DD people, we up by 7 on that school in Daytona. We just went. It's in the fourth quarter. 3:46 left in the fourth quarter.
I feel like you did on the Super Bowl. I don't care who wins.
I don't give a damn who win.
Hope both of them lose.
That's what I said. And I would not go back.
All right, so let's roll back to this Texas Southern. Are you serious? ESPN page can't be found. See, if you ever see a man beating a horse on Twitter,
that's him. That's true.
That's me. Because the mothership be acting up. All right, so let's go back to this Texas Southern game. Right now, Texas Southern is 0 of 6 from 3-point land. They are 36% from the field, and they're shooting 66% from the free throw. Let me look at turnovers, because turnovers tell a lot. They have 21 turnovers in the third quarter. Southern is shooting 25% from the field, 20% from 3, 63% from the free throw line, but they only have 5 turnovers. Rebounders, Southern has 22 rebounds, and Texas Southern has 24 rebounds. It's the turnovers. It's the turnovers. It 100% is the turnovers. And yo, can we talk about the fact that it's why we not seeing these games on TV, on a streaming app, something? We are now in the middle of conference season. It should be at least one game on the Mothership Plus app. At least one.
That's crazy because I haven't seen that now this season on ESPN Plus. I think it was earlier.
Yeah, it was early. It was early season. So, okay, Bethune, you can see them on their free YouTube app. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Mississippi Valley State is the same way when they're home. You can see them on their YouTube app. Mm-hmm. But everybody else has secondary streaming apps.
Texas Southern, you can see that. Remember, you can see theirs free too.
Yeah, Texas Southern is free too. Man, they announced it so wild.
Yeah, let's not get into that because I done had a whole diatribe on that shit on the past Tuesday.
Yeah. So, but I'm trying to be nice. I'm gonna move along. I'm gonna move along. As we reported earlier, Coach Curry got his 2-year contract extension, basically going up to $170,000 a year. I did not see and I will go back and look again. And if I see otherwise, I'll report it. I did not see people were reporting $30,000 bonuses that would in turn turn into a $30,000 buyout clause. I did not see that. If someone saw it, or if there's a language or legalese that I didn't see, let me know. Just let me know.
I was going to say, you was really looking if you didn't saw it.
There go Jamal.
Yeah, man.
What up, man?
What's going on?
I again, Devron hasn't made it in yet. I haven't heard back. I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jamal. They had meetings, didn't they?
Yeah, I think that was. I feel like that was yesterday.
So I don't know what the 8:30 meeting was that they had listed for today in the ballroom. I don't know.
Hey, I didn't somehow really don't do too much, but I'm gonna agree with Crook. Give that man more money, dog. Come on, man. Give him some extra bread.
So again,
so the state of Florida is a little bit different in terms of how coaches.
Okay.
There's a max, and the rest of the money will have to come from auxiliary. So AD would have to get with the auxiliary groups to get the rest of the money, which I anticipate she's probably doing.
Right. Okay. Well, I was just saying though, man. Like, come on now. Let give him some extra change.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
It's a state rule thing. Like you can't use money supplied to the school by the state to do a lot of stuff with athletics in Florida.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying, but he got a base salary that's coming from the state of Florida.
Yep.
It's just like here. I think it's just like in Mississippi, like TC. Then they got a base salary, but then everything come out of whatever foundation that we got and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, but I think he's on the right trajectory to get more money. The alumni base loving. He winning games now. He's on the way up. I hate that he got caught up in that BS between our last AD and the board. It puts us in a bad light. But I'm happy we kind of coming on the other side of it now.
I mean, either way it goes, the AD, you know what I'm saying? My whole thing is she supposed to do, she tried to do what she can, but the board was like, we only giving him a year. That's on them.
That had nothing to do with him. It had nothing to do with the stuff between her and the board. If anybody else would have bought him in, he would have got a 3-year deal out the gate.
Yeah.
Because Coach Pressure got a 3-year deal out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing. Same thing with who else did she have?
Coach Dimples. No, Coach Dimples was Coach. AD 19.
No, I think Mike Smith gonna get the credit for Coach Dimples.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say Coach Shay ain't about to get nothing. Mm-hmm.
No, I think Mike Smith gonna get that credit because when I went back and listened to her interview with ONG, she didn't say how she got into contact with the position. I kind of feel like somebody floated her name to AD Sykes, and Sykes was like, makes sense to me. But then Sykes was relieved of her duties. Yeah. And Mike Smith took over, and Mike Smith probably like, yeah, still makes sense to me. So she just kept they continued with the hiring process for her.
And for everybody that don't know who Coach Dimples is, it's the family women's softball coach. And I want to make sure I want to say her name right because it's spelled Beall. So I thought originally it was Bell, but it may be Beal. Is that right?
Yeah, it's Coach Beal.
Coach Beal. Okay. So because the very first when they announced her name, the first thing you saw was her picture with a big old dimple, and she been Coach Dimples from that point on.
We just giving the line names right now. we just giving the line names like, nah, you Dimples. I don't care anybody say.
And shout outs to them right now. They up in Atlanta in what is it, the HBCU Classic?
Yep.
Yeah,
it's in Covington. It's right outside Atlanta. So,
I mean, hey, they got some good squads up there. I know A&T is there. I think we the only SWAC school that's in it though.
Man, why y'all in the chat just going off on Coach Gucci? I mean, listen.
Coach Dooley can't coach worth the shit.
But he was a great interview at Media Day.
Hey man, it's Scott Dooley. What you talking about?
Dooley came to Media Day, Gucci down.
Gucci down.
What the heck?
To the socks.
I looked at it, bro. I was at Media Day that first year I went in 2023. I looked, I was like, oh man, this man is Gucci. I'm talking about straight head to toe. I looked at, shit, got the Gucci slippers on like a mother.
Gucci.
Oh man, ask Scott Dooley. Couldn't do nothing that Prairie View, couldn't do nothing that Southern, can't do nothing that Graham as an OC. Damn.
Man, honestly, I was surprised he came up with another job so soon. I ain't even gonna hold
you. You know,
because I thought him And McNair, I thought they was gonna be sitting for at least a year, and they both popped up with just very fast.
I'm gonna get into some. Well, we've been off. This podcast has been off since the Super Bowl, and me and Marlo be having phone conversations that don't make it to the podcast sometimes.
That's probably for everybody's safety.
You know, you know, you not wrong. You're
I
not
don't know
wrong.
what you talk about, man.
So again, Marlo wanted to make sure that he let everybody know that he was right about his Super Bowl prediction. But what I need you to understand is Joe Montana is still the GOAT, so it didn't matter either way for me.
Boy, you better have Blue up in this damn. You better have Blue come up in here and say, "What the hell you talking about?"
Boy, Blue losing every time I say that. But again, I'm vindicated because ain't nobody got no summa cum laude with no 70%. It ain't never happened. Now y'all want to give that man the GOAT status? Thank you, Lottie. He ain't suing nothing.
Nah.
But
he
Marlo, it's your time, sir. You wanted to let everybody know that you was right.
Well, just as a football guy, I just knew that Philly had a better team. It wasn't even close. And they showed it on all three phases of the ball. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what you was thinking about.
The Chiefs were not a good football team this year. Also, if we being honest, they were not a good football team.
Nah, they had a whole bunch of deficiencies this season, this past season.
They did. The
NFL
helped a lot.
Yeah, and I really thought that Buffalo was going to be able to should have won that game in the AFC Championship game.
As long as Buffalo got Josh Allen, they ain't going to no Super Bowl.
Well, shit. He
was
this damn close to getting to a Super Bowl.
And they done said this man was the most valuable player in the league. Which are you
Let's say, are you shitting me?
Got to be.
That had to be the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
And then I'm always reminded on what we said on this podcast. I have to remember that the voters are old white men who most of them had never played nothing.
They probably looked at it. Oh yeah, we watch football.
Yeah, they watch. They ain't never played.
It is a absolute joy. And there, by the way, there's a YouTube video out from I guess a couple of years ago where we talked about Josh Allen and his turnovers, and apparently somebody had some issue with what I had to say. Listen, I understand. Like, I'm a fan. I talk as a fan. I know football, but I talk as a fan. So when y'all tell me all of this about Josh, I ain't no analytics guy, but I am big on history. And your history tells me your trajectory, right?
Mm-hmm. So, it's the biggest indicator of what might happen in the future.
So if your whole time in the league, they have made all these different concessions for you and you still can't get over the hump, the NFL changed the whole rule so you can beat Patrick Mahomes, and you still can't beat Patrick Mahomes, I have no faith that you are ever going to beat Patrick Mahomes. You had Stephon Diggs in his prime, couldn't beat Patrick Mahomes. They gave you a plethora of tools this year. Couldn't beat Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, no, but they used that.
He lost Stephon Diggs too.
No,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No. They use that as a basis of why he should have been MVP. Oh, Lamar Jackson is playing with 4 Pro Bowlers and Josh Allen isn't, so he should be the MVP. Excuse me.
So quarterback.
hold on. Before you say that, with Lamar Jackson, some of his votes got split too because he did have that. You got Derrick Henry. That man almost ran for 2,000 yards this past season too. So he took some votes away from. He kind of took some votes away from. But at the end of the day,
Lamar Jackson is a better quarterback than Josh Allen.
had better
Lamar
stats and
Jackson
everything.
should have been the MVP.
Lamar Jackson can't get past who? He can't get past Josh Allen.
Which
is if you
is
think about
crazy.
Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
It's the tight end. How you drop? Your job is to catch a football. They pay you a lot of money to catch a football. You've been dreaming about this day since you were 7. I'm going to catch a game-winning touchdown one day, and I'm going to play in the Super Bowl. And you get the game-winning touchdown, and your one day shows up, and it hits you in the numbers.
You know what? Watching that play, bro, I had PTSD. And you know what I'm talking about,
cannot
right?
throw
You know what I'm talking
that
about,
ball.
Right? You know what I'm talking about, Jamal.
I know.
I was like, fuck you, drop the damn pass.
We're gonna get to your boys in a minute. We're gonna get to your boys in a minute.
Man.
We definitely gonna get to your boys. So I'm trying to be like polite, but
nah, it gotta get dark now. What they said on Game of Thrones, winter's coming.
Might we gonna get ignorant.
Might as well.
I don't know when he stopped.
Oh, we did win the game against Bethune-Cookman. That put a smile on Marlowe's face.
Anybody but them.
Anybody that beat them, we good.
Anybody.
So I gotta, you know what? I wanted to ask, but since he's not here, our homeboy is on both the board and FAMU's board.
Who?
Devron.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you about to say Perry. Yeah, man, they don't know damn Bethune-Cookman boy. He gone.
No, he's still on the board. He's just not chairman. They ain't get rid of him. Listen, they ain't run him off. You know what? I'm tired of hearing y'all. I'm finna go sit over here. Y'all deal with it. I can respect that. I can respect that because it happens.
That man wanted to be president. That's what's wrong. That's why he
but at the end of the day, for real, no joke, if it gets FAMU and BC actual state funds, because the state like to put out how much money they gave to the schools in the state, right? When they gave FAMU this much money, they gave Edward Waters this much, Bethune this much, FM or Florida Memorial this much. Okay, FAMU is a flagship HBCU, right?
We the only public one in the whole state.
We
the only public HBCU in the whole state.
So that means the funding should be comparable to Florida State.
It should be, but you already know my rant. Everybody in the state of Florida, with the exception of UF and Florida State, owe us some money.
What about UCF? Because they surely getting
that's what, with the exception of UF and Florida State, almost $3 billion that they owe us, they use those funds to open FIU, UF, USF, and all of those other schools and getting them up to speed to where they are now. You can't ride down 50 in Orlando and not see something that say UCF.
I'm gonna go ahead and go a step further. The money that USF used to get, they took that money, stole it from USF, and created Polytech.
Yep.
Polytech did not exist when I went to undergrad. Never existed. Then one day I'm just driving down I-4. Wait, that's a big old pretty building on the side of the road.
Yep.
Polytech? What is Polytech?
They just said, "Shoot, we'll just take." Like they didn't even care about it if USF was a HBCU. It's a PWI like a motherfucker. He just said, "Look, we just gonna take that money from them
Listen,
and create this little polytechnic school right here."
One day I'm a beg one of these higher education people that be on my head on Twitter. I'm gonna beg them to come on the show and explain to me higher education, because some of this stuff is nothing but politics, especially in Florida. Because
it's all politics.
West Florida did not exist when I went to undergrad.
West Florida was a JUCO. It was a junior college. The same way they done made TCC, Tallahassee State College, it was a junior college.
And now they're playing D3 football.
And
winning.
Where they got money from?
They got it from, they appropriate it from FAMU and send it over there. And by the way, I ain't gonna call no names out, but it was a state representative on his way out saying, this gonna be my statement legislation on my way out. But I be on here rah-rahing about nothing.
Hey, we decisive if we say anything.
So, but I'll get back to sports. I'll definitely get back to sports, because a few things in the NFL that caught my attention today. There was a prediction or a statement that a certain quarterback from Jacksonville will be a good fit in Pittsburgh.
If y'all don't shut the hell up and leave Trevor
Lawrence.
No, y'all got they got Justin Fields. Why would you? Trevor Lawrence is about to be Mr. Glass 2.0 with me. Why would you want him up there?
Why?
And I'm saying that as a Jacksonville fan.
Why? Justin Fields is chilling. He good.
You got Justin Fields.
He should be the starter next coming up season.
He absolutely should.
I'm gonna ask some questions. Right? I'm just gonna ask some questions. Did Justin Fields lose a game while he was starting?
No, he did not.
Has Trevor Lawrence had a head coach or OC longer than 2 years?
No, he has not. No. What his name was the last one he's had more than 2 years? Doug, the one that was just fired. That was
his longest coach that he has had since he's been playing football is fucking Dabo Swinney.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, he might have had a high school coach longer than that.
The high school coach probably was coaching longer than that too. But Dabo Swinney is the longest coach that he had.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, and I ain't gonna fall for it today. I ain't. But that's okay.
I just say it.
That's okay. I saw something else today, right? I saw that a certain quarterback in Tampa was an elite quarterback.
You finna start Marlo for no reason.
Sure is.
Deveron just texted me. He just said his flight just landed.
Are you talking about Baker Mayfield? We talking about Baker.
They said Baker is an elite quarterback.
You talking about Baker? Hold on. First of all, we talking about the same Baker Mayfield that's from little Austin, Texas. They went to Lake Travis High School. That started out at Texas Tech and quit there and walked his ass on at Oklahoma and won a Heisman, and then he went to that shit stain of a team called the Cleveland Browns and couldn't get too much done up there, and then they decided to say, okay, go to Tampa. Go to Tampa. See if you can rewrite history from what Jameis was doing, Mr. 30 for 30. Because that's what he is. That's what he is. 30 for 30. 30 touchdowns for 30 interceptions.
I just got a question. I just got a question, right? So that Riley coach that is now at USC, correct me if I'm wrong, he went 3 for 4 in quarterbacks that won the Heisman Trophy. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right. He had Baker, Tiny Tot, and Super Bowl MVP, Kyler Murray, and Super Bowl MVP. That's what I'm gonna call him right now.
What is Kyler Murray?
Kyler's still in Arizona.
Yeah,
She's still in Arizona. You just can't see him behind the line.
I'm gonna tell you like this with Kyler Murray. The state of Texas is trying to say Kyler Murray is the best quarterback that came from the state of Texas ever. And
time out. Wait, hold on. Time out. Let me see where Ty Detmer's from before I just want to make sure. All right, we're gonna reschedule Devron for next week. And again, my apologies. His plane just landed, so that's what happened there. Because he ain't better than Ty Detmer. I said it right here on national TV.
Who? Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray. He ain't better than Ty Detmer.
Shit, you know what? I don't like Kyler Murray like that, but just being here in Texas, in Dallas, to be exact. What I saw when he was in high school, that little motherfucker running all around the field, throwing darts and everything. I mean, yes, he is what is advertised, and plus, he never lost a game in high school, ever.
Texas.
And man went 3-0 in the biggest classification at the largest high school in the state. Because Allen is over 7,000 kids. It's a one high school town.
You know what?
How many people live in the town?
7,000.
7,000 live here, and our high school is like 2A. They got like 400 kids out there.
Allen probably got about maybe 75,000, 80,000 folks. No, probably about 100,000 folks. It's
high school the size of a small town. Gee,
it is. Like they've been having talks they wanted to make another high school. Them folks say, hell no. No.
Oh wow. But anyway, my point is that the quarterback play this year in the NFL had moments that it was great, and it had moments that it was absolute garbage. Mm-hmm. But it looks like New Orleans is willing to let Derek Carr go.
You think Kellen Moore want to deal with that shit? No. Yeah, you shake your head, Marlo. No.
No.
I don't know why Marlo is shaking his head, because we was in the same stadium together when Derek Carr completed 3 first downs in a row.
Then the real Derek Carr showed up.
They won that game.
And I'm talking about for y'all season, because you root for the Saints more than you do the Raiders.
Hold on. First off, let's not do that.
Where the lie at, isn't it?
You disrespect Derek Carr when he was a Raider and we went to the playoffs. You disrespect Derek Carr when he was the best thing we had at quarterback. And I will admit, for like a hot 30 seconds, when we had Jimmy Choir Boy, I disrespected Derek Carr for a hot 30 seconds when we had Derek Choir Boy. And then I realized that he was Choir Boy and not Porn Star, and I changed my mind.
Not Porn Star Jimmy?
No, that Porn Star Jimmy ain't existed in a long time. That hurt my feelings.
Hold on. EA said he didn't play in Florida, so it don't count. No, EA. If you would ever watch that boy here in the state, in Texas, and how he beat my alma mater so damn bad, I was like, man, y'all need just don't even get on the field.
Well,
That's how bad he beat us. He played us twice. But at the same time, we did win 2 state championships after they beat us. That I would say that.
See, after.
Yeah. We went up against Katy High School, same school Andy Dalton came from.
Okay.
Yeah. But
real quick, I'm gonna change course real quick. Doc,
what's up?
This tournament, this SWAC baseball tournament, I'm sorry, not SWAC baseball tournament, but this HBCU classic, does that count towards league play?
Hell yeah. Talking about against Grambling?
Okay,
Talking about for football, right?
No, I'm talking about for softball.
I wouldn't know. I don't know if that count.
No, no. I don't feel like it should count, but it might.
Because I'm not like,
oh,
okay.
You know what? Anything early in the season don't count.
Don't count. Okay.
It counts as just
Yeah,
regular,
like
regular
the season just started on Tuesday. It shouldn't count.
It shouldn't count.
All
you
right.
don't. They'll have a way that, like, if you look on a schedule, it should tell you when they start SWAC play.
Okay. Because I'm looking at this, like, so they just have the games. They're not saying that it's SWAC games. So, like, on the 14th, Bethune plays Wofford. And then on the 14th, Mississippi Valley State plays South Dakota. Listen, Ballet, it's me. If y'all beat Canada Junior, Johnny Black got a donation.
Canada Junior?
Johnny Black got a donation. Yep. I listen.
That man said Canada. He said Canada Junior.
I don't like them people. And Blue, I listen to Blue all the time talking about how they the best football team in the nation. I want them to come down to the South in the heat of the summer and then play some football. That's all I want them to do. And Tennessee don't count. Quit telling me Tennessee count. Tennessee don't count. It's still a nice breeze in Tennessee. I need them to be slapping mosquitoes.
Dude, it's still gonna be hot as hell out there.
Hey, he said they need to go to Miami and play the Ennis people in the middle of July.
Then tell me how good they is. But again,
hey, go play the University of Texas in August when it's 115 outside.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
yeah, that shit happened right there.
Water. FAMU do play North Carolina A&T on tomorrow, so it's gonna be serious.
Hey, are they televising any of them games? I wouldn't mind watching.
On they're televised on HBCU Plus. Matter of fact, Jamie Walker is going Jamie Walker is going to be announcing 2 of the games. I think he said it at 2 and at 4. I think he's going to be announcing 2 of those games. So check him out. Most definitely check him out. One of the good guys that, in the media that I met, learned a lot of stuff from. So definitely Mullo met him doing Celebration Bowl. So definitely check him out. But it's some games, you know what? I take time, and I've made it my mission the last 2 years to take time to make sure we give softball and baseball love, because I live in an area where the professional baseball team suck. The owners suck. I hope he get hit by a Nerf bus. I hope one day when he go to use,
honestly, because didn't they win a World Series some years back?
No, they went to a World Series twice.
Went to a World Series. Okay.
And
they didn't win the World Series.
Nah, we haven't won one yet.
I think you think about the Marlins. The Marlins won one. And
the
Marlins won a World Series before the Rays. And that surprised me as well. But hey, the Marlins also had Dontrell Willis on those teams. So
and Pudge.
Yeah, Sheffield.
Yeah, Sheffield Pudge. Again, do you see they spent money to make money to do a winner.
And then
broke the team up.
Broke the team up.
But you don't break the team up before you win.
He couldn't keep his hands to himself and off liquor bottles.
Nah, I'm talking about the years the 2 years that they went to the World Series, right? And they won
yeah. They definitely
they always so when they win it, so they had a fire sale because they feel like they couldn't keep up with the payroll, which that was bullshit right there.
Well, you know, they had Leland was 8 million years old when they won that World Series. He was retiring.
The first one that he won. No, the first one that he won was
Sheffield was on the team.
Yeah, that was 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Sheffield left, and then they got rid of every damn body.
Yeah, the second one they had.
But okay, so the first one they won was in 1997, right?
It was like 5 years after they started, so somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to say the Rays did win the World Series.
No, the Rays have never. Listen, Leonard. Let me go ahead and clear this up right now.
Promise you.
The Rays have never won a World Series. They have never.
Bro, you keep saying that, and I swear I feel like they won one, man.
Go ahead and Google it. Go ahead. I'll wait. I know they ain't win one. You want to know how I know they ain't win one? Because they played Houston and won.
Ah, that's right.
They know. And matter of fact, we was on this podcast, Marlo. Remember that?
They got two pennants.
Yeah, they got 2 pennants.
Yeah,
and they got whooped. And one of them they could have won, but the coach went with analytics and took his starter, who was on fire, out the game.
Dumbass.
And if I recall, my statement back then was, people always hollering about analytics until it's time to get the pink slip. Don't nobody ever fire the analytics guys, but the managers always get fired. I remember saying that.
Yeah, they.
I mean, at this point, since the ownership won't do right, they might as well move this team to Orlando since they want one so bad.
Let's go.
I'm gonna say
this. 1997, the Marlins won, and then 03. I think 97 was the year. Was it Jack McKeon? Yeah. No, Jim Leyland.
Yeah.
And then in 03.
Hey, the Marlins will be good again when they change their name back to Florida and not Miami.
Oh my goodness.
That was the biggest load of bullshit I ever saw. Oh, we want to connect with the culture of Miami. Miami don't care nothing about no baseball. That's a football city. Stop it.
Jack McKeon. Jack McKeon was the second coach. Yeah, they had old coaches.
That's why. But I'm a Miami. Y'all still my favorite city, but I'm gonna tell the truth about you. Their ownership understood in order to pack the stadium, they needed to get people that look like the people that like baseball, right? That's what they did.
Just trying to say they needed people that came from Cuba and Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic.
But the stadium's still not packed, and they still getting their teeth kicked in.
And guess what?
The
people are still and the people still paying for that shit.
They playing teams that got players from the wrong side of the tracks, and they getting their teeth kicked in.
Yeah, but see here, at least they investing in the community. The Rays,
and they taking L's, and they losing money.
You talking about they investing in the community? Nah,
in their community.
They are pilfering from their community because that's what they are still paying for that ballpark. They are still paying the price for that ballpark. They pimp them.
15% capacity.
They pimp them.
But correct me if I'm wrong, they still this because this is not in Miami. It's actually in where is it?
It's in Miami.
No, it's not. It's outside of Miami. The only stadium that's hold on. Where's Marlins Stadium?
Long Depot Park. Is
Oh, it is. It's in Miami. You're right. It's right. It's in Miami.
It's on the side. It's where the Orange Bowl used to be at.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They are. They
you
have
think about the Dolphins that don't play in Miami.
Yeah, they've invested in the community that look like the people that they think will come to baseball games. The Rays, who is in South St. Pete, stop telling me. I'm sorry. When these broadcasts happen and they say, "Oh, we're live in Tampa Bay," you are not in a body of water. You are not in. You know what? I almost renamed Tampa Bay. I almost did it. You're not in Tampa. You're not in the body of water. You are in St. Pete. As a matter of fact, you are in my hometown. You are in South St. Pete. When you go there, the people that are in that area, if you had invested in the community, on the other side of the interstate is a Little League football team named the St. Pete Green Devils, who people wanted the team named, but other people had other ideas. That's what happened when you let gentrification happen. So it ended up being the Devil Rays to kind of be a compromise. Anyway, they never invested in those people. When they did have their greatest homestands, they had something called the Hit Show. It was a Greg Vaughn, Fred McGriff. Who was that? Was Sheffield there at the time? Greg Vaughn, Fred McGriff, Sheffield. We had no pitcher. I think Scott Kazmaier was the only pitcher we had.
Now, they need
everybody else
bats.
got it. Now they got all this wonderful pitching and can't hit nothing. And as soon as they get some talent, they trade it away or they let them walk in arbitration. And I'm sick as a hometown homer, as born and raised St. Pete, South St. Pete through and through, saying strawberry instead of strawberry, saying black instead of black. South St. Pete through and through me am sick of Stu Sternberg. I know I ain't got but 3 fights left in me, but a little bit of training and some charity on the line, me and Stu can go at it.
Nah, I don't know about that.
For the old and the new.
You gonna have to get some jumper cable for your ass.
The way I feel about how this man has done my community.
Boy, check engine light gonna come on for 5 minutes.
Hey, it ain't gonna listen. All I need is a minute. That's all I need. A minute.
5 minutes is a long time.
I need 1 minute.
You gonna start seeing Steam do this, bro. Hey, get him out of there.
But this the audacity to say, I know y'all dealing with hurricane relief right now, but I want you to repair the roof on the dome and build me this new stadium. And I want profits for all of everything. Bitch, if you don't take yo New York Wall Street ass back to Madison Avenue somewhere, this ain't Pete. I don't know what you heard about St. Pete. You need to understand who you're dealing with. Because when the mayor said, well, I guess you need to find another owner. That was a shot from the Black Republican mayor. But I digress. We're gonna take a brief
for digressing.
You know what, Marlo?
Man, go where your ass at? Yeah.
What you say? Hey, Jamal, what you say? That check engine light come on?
You go walk over here. You go limp back.
We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. This phone call is a risk. This is what you call.
And you doing it live.
Hey, quick question. What shoe size is Ash? Because Marlo is going to get him some snakeskin Rattler Air Force Ones.
Yes, sir.
He getting them.
He what size is he?
I don't know. You don't know about my shoes last. Shit, am I supposed to know that?
Oh, dear Father God. Remember when I said this is...
First of all, you interrupted me eating my fucking french fries, and that's rude and disrespectful. Let's get that out of the way. Number two,
What happened?
I want to say a 5'6".
What happened?
I think it was 5 was the last time I bought a pair of shoes.
DP dying, so something good just happened. What happened?
Well, you listening?
I am listening to you, Melissa, and so is podcast.
Sweet baby Jesus, what just happened? This has got to be podcast gold.
You don't interrupt the woman when she's eating French fries. Lesson learned today.
Yo.
Yeah, dude.
That was podcast gold right there. I wasn't even on there yet.
If I ain't know no better, I would swear she hates you. God dang, you called about getting the boy baby some shoes and get cussed out.
For some French fries.
Over some French fries, some shoes that neither one of y'all gotta buy, and you get cussed out. Hey, send her email the next time and hope she read it in time. God.
Oh man.
Upset alert.
Shit.
Did it go down? Did Texas Southern go down?
They ain't go down yet, but they down by 10 right now. They got 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, it's not looking good.
You said 44 seconds.
44.
Well,
it's like 4 acres home, North Houston. Type that time right there.
You know what? Hold on. Real quick, Marlo. So Ash wants me to take him to see Messi tomorrow. There's a friendly here in Tampa. So he wants me to take him to see Messi. And yes, my son plays soccer. So at some point, I'm going to need to talk about soccer.
Hey, I mean, why not? Shit, soccer fun.
I'm about to say, ain't World Cup coming up in what? Is it next year?
So,
but
here you go. Here you go. Let it happen. Just let it happen.
It's the year before the Olympics, but the qualifiers are about to start this summer.
Go ahead, Marlo. Go ahead.
It's fucking soccer. What are we talking about? That has to be the most active, driest fucking game on planet Earth.
Damn, I would have said
all they do is run back and forth. Don't nobody score shit. Like it is the driest fucking game on earth. And people be getting all hyped and rioting and that I don't get it. And all my kids played soccer. And that had to be that's time never mind, I ain't gonna say that part. But you can't get that back. Can't get that time back.
Hey, no, I feel weird. I like soccer.
I mean, if y'all can tell me,
I think it's very few sports that I don't enjoy, and that might be weird with some people, but it's very.
But soccer is one of them. Really, soccer is one of them sports. Like, I can actually get up and be like, it's interesting. Because it all depends on who's playing. You know, I like soccer. I am a Cristiano Ronaldo fan.
I was a soccer coach, so I had to be out there all the time. And this, I still feel the way I feel about it.
Hey, well, my uncle played, and they used to call him Lightning. He was a goalie, and he was really good. But then they shut down all the fields on the black side of town in Okaloosa County, and they couldn't afford to get him all the way to the white side of town to play. So, but politics and sports, we not ever gonna get away from it. It's the same thing with baseball. There would be more of us in baseball if they did not shut down baseball fields across cities. Like our baseball field will get shut down. They won't keep it up. But the baseball field on the other side of town is brand new. But they team fees are 100% higher than my team fees were over here.
That's the thing. I don't think to me here, I don't think as far when it comes to baseball is, they shut down the fields here in Texas, is the fact that they're pricing out.
They're pricing us out.
They pricing us out.
And we watching the same thing happen with basketball right now.
They are pricing us out.
We get priced out of stuff, and then they wonder why the quality of the game going down. Somebody on Twitter said that, hey, basketball sucked because y'all took the ghetto out. Put the ghetto back in basketball, and it'll be a better product.
So in other words, what we trying to say, what you trying to say, we need to go ahead and get the bad boys Pistons resurrected back up in the
Why not? Hey, everybody, you know what? I'm about to. This gonna get us canceled, but I'm gonna say it.
Right.
Everybody in the NBA named Jaden, and everybody got a white mama, and y'all wonder why all they do is jack up threes.
Shit.
Hey.
Thank you for coming.
Or what's the dude's name for the Pistons right now? The only one that he out there.
What's his name?
Isaiah Stewart.
And
his man is 6'10", and all he do is just try to fight folks.
Oh God, yeah. So I coached AAU basketball in college, right? When I was at Florida State, I coached AAU basketball. For less than my financial aid net check, I took a team down to Cocoa for a tournament. A whole team, hotel room, tournament entry fee, all of that. You couldn't get 3 players to a tournament for that no more.
No. So I played, I'm 30, I'll be 34 in March. I played AAU basketball. Y'all heard me say it. Coach Skeet was my coach when I played for the team here in Tallahassee.
Whoa. You said Coach Skeet was your coach?
Yeah.
You didn't see, he didn't see the Twitter. He didn't see the Twitter you're saying.
Coach Skeet. So when Coach Skeet was my coach, she was teaching high school and coaching in her hometown of Malone. Okay. I was playing for EGB. If you know anything about girls AAU basketball, you know about EGB out of Tallahassee. Tip Hayes played for EGB. April Sykes, she played for Ruggers. She played for EGB. Erica Wheeler played for EGB. I played, so my parents were spending anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 a summer for me to play basketball. And those were team fees. That's not including the extra money I had to spend to go eat and all of the other stuff that comes with having a kid on the road for 2-3 weeks during the summer.
See, I didn't play. See, here's the thing. I didn't play no AAU basketball. Like when I was growing up, my uncle was like, "Fuck that. We gonna do this hoop it up 3-on-3 tournament and shit." That's me right there. That is me. I used to go. When I started playing basketball, probably when I was like 11 years old, awkward as hell, but he taught me inside out. That's just how it is. I was 5, at 11 years old, you 5'9". Like he just say, fuck it, go after anything and everything, right? Yep. So if they jump, you jump with them, touch the ball, not the ball out. That's just how it was. But just growing, then I just grew it to my body. I'm 6'4", but I'm playing, I could be a guard, but I'm playing like I'm a post. So it's basically I'm like back to the basket, drop step, you know what I'm saying? Up and under. Everything that you see an actual big man do back in the 90s, that's my uncle teaching me how to fucking play basketball. That nothing else. It's inside out. And we used to do the hoop it up 3-on-3. Oh no, we out on the black, on the black top, not even a black top. We out on some damn parking streets on the streets because it used to be in the West End in Dallas. And so then we just went from there. It's like I started playing with his alumni team from high school, and he's like, "Shoot, you gonna play with me?" You gonna ride with me? You gonna play with me? And it's like, I remember the first time I had to be about 15 years old. First time I took the ball, it was on a. He stole the ball, fast break, threw it to me. All I know is it was a dude that was in the fucking paint. He didn't want to move out the way. You got a kid that's about 6'6'1". I could pawn the ball like easily. Oh, he didn't want to get out the way. All like every bit of my midsection was like down there in the back of his head. And all you heard was, oh, like, man. But I used to go out, man, look, playground basketball. I didn't do no AAU. I didn't even play high school basketball. That's the crazy thing. I mean, if I wanted to, I could have.
But that's the whole thing, though. We've taken the love of growth out of the game for kids. They go immediately from going, hey, I want to play this sport, to now your 6-year-old got a trainer. He got a travel squad. It's a comedian on TikTok to be talking about travel sports parents. That's really what it's like. Because I was, for a while, I kept telling Marlon, man, we need to get back into this. We need to sponsor a team. When I started looking at them prices, shit. Nope. And I got an 8-year-old right now. I'm gonna need to get full jobs if he tells me he want to play travel ball.
I mean, me and my business partner was considering starting the AAU squad. He played wide receiver he played for Boise State, and then he ended up at Delaware State back in the day. But I'm like, bro, if we gonna sponsor a squad, we gonna have to look at who we want to deal with, right? Like, both of us come from areas that need the teams, but they also can't afford the teams. So what is that going to look like?
I would never throw my hat into being on that side of the executive part of running these teams. One, these kids are different than when we was coming. They are so different. They're so disrespectful, and like you can't go home with them because you want to go and steer them in the right path, but it takes even just coaching the young kid. And I had young kids, and the young kids was more disrespectful than some of the older kids. I was like, where y'all getting this from? So I commend people that have the passion to be out there with these kids and to do what they do. I ain't got it in me no more.
Yeah, I can't do it.
I mean, but a lot of it is they parents. A lot of it is they parents, bro.
It's absolutely.
Like, they so quick to, like, if a coach get on a kid, they want to say something. I remember I was in the gym. Her name Coach Kim. She executive directs EGB. I don't even remember what I did wrong, but she let me have it. And she was like, hey, run to the end of practice. I know my mama was reading the book. My mama looked up from the book, shook her head, and looked back down because she's like, they ain't got nothing to do with me.
Man,
but that's what we need though, because like my uncle coached his sons in football and stuff, basically mainly in football. And he excuse me, he didn't show no favoritism whatsoever. You messed up, give me some bear crawls. Yeah. If you mess up, go on do that barrel roll, go on do that 100-yard barrel roll. Like, he not, like, my uncle was old school, man. He ain't let up on nobody. Like, if he said he did do it to his kids, and you out there watching them practice, and you feel some kind of way, he'll just say, hey, just go on and give me your kids uniform, give me the pads, and you go ahead and go. Yeah. Because he's like, I don't need that on my football team. I don't need that on my team at all. But if you want to be here for your kid, let me do my job as a coach. That's it.
You know, so for those who don't know me real well, so my father coached Little League football for as long as I can remember, right? And I used to always talk to Noah like, I got this new scheme, I'm finna run and yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
My daddy connected with them kids like I never could, right? He loved them kids like his own, right? So when my dad used to have this thing, he tell the kids like in football and in life, inch by inch, yard by yard, mile by mile. That's how you take life. And it's interesting that we having this conversation right now because he been on my mind because 2016 he passed in January and we had the funeral in February. He been on my mind recently. And so it's a shame that in the Bay Area we got more pickleball courts than we do basketball courts. And it didn't used to be that way. But, you know, shout out to all the coaches who do every day what a lot of others won't do or can't do.
Highlight what Tony just said on my thing on the chat. Why my child not playing? Tony, tell him why your child not playing because little Timmy decided to act the ass in the classroom and
real.
And got his mom and them got called up on him and went to the principal office. You supposed to correct that as a parent.
ASAP.
If I little Junebug didn't get it, he didn't get his grades right. So why he gonna be on my field? He can't get no damn. He fell in the class too.
I mean, or it's a simple fact that your kid don't do the work when we're not in practice. I cannot trust your kid when I put them on the court to not go rogue.
Right, or put them on the football field. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, or anything.
But like what I'm saying is parents nowadays, it's like, well, my son should be out there playing. Well, you need to go check your son's grades. You need to go check his progress, his progress report. You need to go check his behavior in school. Because if you're getting calls from school and you're not doing anything, you just is wrong as little Timmy out there. You know what I'm saying? That you need to get a belt. You need to get belt the ass too.
So we need to go ahead and tell this other truth. A lot of times, the reason I got disillusioned with coaching sports is that I got sick of parents living vicariously through their kids.
Thank you.
I was an average athlete in high school. You know, I had my moments, but I was an average athlete in high school. I'm not trying to have my kid go from, well, if the dad is average, he finna be an MVP in the league. No, he's not. Let the kid live. Once he figure out, like, we grew up, you had to play all sports. There was no focus on no one sport. You had to play all sports. Mm-hmm. And then when it came time, it's like, okay, you're really good at this. You want to keep doing this? That's when that happened. But these kids need to be kids. We so worried about, especially young black kids. We so worried about them making millions of dollars. And I know I am the one that say, kids, get your money. But before that, they need to have these ethics and morals instilled in them before we get to the money.
But it starts at the house, though. It starts at the house, regardless of what you say. Because I used to tell my sisters when it comes to their kids, it don't matter what they do when they get to school, because you're not teaching them 24/7 once they leave out their house. when they leave out that house, you're supposed to put some sort of trust and just a little bit of trust in your kids to make sure that they do what they're supposed to do when they go to school and stuff like that.
Damn sure.
They decide they want to be some little assholes. You need to get up on them. You got to nip it in the bud. I was talking to a customer earlier today at work, and I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. My mama is an original crash out. My mama is a baby boomer.
Mine too.
My mama is an original crash out. I'm talking about from the time she had me in 79, her senior year in high school, right? And then she had my little sister at 82. But from the whole time, my mama, we mess up. Oh, she crashing out on everybody. You mess up in school, she gonna get you, and she gonna get you, and she gonna get you. So the other two gonna think, well, make sure y'all don't do the same shit that he done did at school and stuff right there. And I'm talking about when I'm just saying crash out, and I used to tell my nieces and nephews, I said, y'all like y'all grandma the way she is right now. My oldest nephew was like, I don't even think I could have lived the way y'all lived when y'all were growing up, Uncle David. It ain't even Doc, it's Uncle David. It's Uncle David. Like, he's like, Granny used to crash out on y'all like that. I say, yeah. Nah, we good. I'm gonna be on my best behavior.
Nah,
and it was, I think it was twice.
On the whole house by everything. Like
I
my
think
mom
it was
toilet over mad at my daddy one time, and I knew right.
I think it was twice.
Wait a
My
minute,
mama crashed out on my nieces and nephew. My nieces and nephew. It was twice, and they seen it. And these kids they had a heart attack, y'all.
Hold on.
Like,
We not just
why y'all didn't tell me granny was like that? I was like, man, y'all just don't know my granny. I said, yo, granny, my mama is from South Dallas, Texas.
Oh wait, hold on. Let's roll back because I know. Sometimes I be thinking I be hearing stuff. Did you say your mama snatched the toilet up?
Hey, she kidnapped me right on over one Saturday morning, bro. I was like walking past the bathroom and she kicked it, and I immediately went in my room and just started cleaning up.
It ain't gonna be me. I know.
And it was my daddy's fault because she had told him not to do something, and he was like, I know what I'm doing, and put it in. She's like, okay, bet.
I'm telling y'all, if your mama was born either in the 50s or the 60s.
My mama was born in 1956.
Basically, she a baby boomer. She a baby boomer, regardless of the fact. She is the last of the original crash outs.
And crash she would if you had her.
I'm like this. I told my girls, I tell my daughters, y'all would rather have y'all dad to be cool, calm, and collected before I crash out. Because I'd have called you by every last name up in the book. Then threw you out the house. Be like, go play somewhere.
Right.
Go play somewhere. Don't bother me.
Oh man. So
see, that's what we need in the world. We need crash out mamas.
And we need a third wave of baby boomers. That's what it is.
That's what we need.
My dad was born in 55. My mom was born in 56. So yeah, I think he was afraid of her. We was afraid of her. The whole house used to be like,
Be like, you see that lady right there? Don't fuck with that lady right there.
Hey, leave her alone.
Leave her alone.
Leave her alone, bro.
You know what? Real quick before we move on, I used to always wonder why my daddy didn't say nothing about how much money Mama spent on her house. as a grown adult, I know. I'd just be like, okay, I understand. Because he would say something to me about it. He would never say nothing to her about it. And I used to just look at him like, he really ain't that mad about it. But I understand, as a older man, I understand why. But we're gonna move on. That Dalton Connect dude.
He got pissed right now.
He got some air miles this week because
bro.
I know he pissed.
That man ain't know which flight to get on.
He was. I don't know if he played. I don't think he played with Detroit. He didn't play with Detroit. But that's what it was. He was set to debut with Charlotte in Detroit, and they told him he had to go back because the other dude didn't pass the physical. I wish DK was here because DK had been telling me what an excellent talent Dalton Connect is, and I'm
he's nice, man.
He's nice with it.
But they got rid of him so easily, and now he's back. And I'm sorry, if you fire me on Monday and then tell me I got to come back to work on Wednesday, Rob Pelinka gonna need to show me what his set looked like. I was happy. I was gonna get me some playing time. I was gonna be in the best position possible, and now I got to come back.
But here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing. JJ was giving him the playing time with the Lakers.
I know. That's what kept like boggling my mind, right? If he was putting up buckets before the trade. I think he had like 40 or 43 before the trade. Some crazy number, right? Then they make the trade to get a player to do exactly the same thing Dalton Connect do to an extent, right? Mm-hmm. The Lakers didn't need to make that trade. They needed shooting and a healthy big man. And then after everybody tried to figure out like how they gonna play defense because they ain't got no big man, you got to go out and get a big man that's been more injured than AD. It didn't make sense.
Well, you see what happened though, because they sure did lose to Utah last night.
14
points. This the dude y'all telling me supposed to be better than Larry Bird?
I mean, but honestly, we've talked about the point guard situation in the NBA, right? We've talked about it. The other thing that needs to be addressed is there is also no true big men in the NBA anymore either. Mm-mm. And we're seeing it. So you, as a team, you can't even run a traditional, 2-guard, 2-wing big man set because your big man don't know what he's doing. Like if you clear out space,
big man keep running to the damn 3-point line.
He's gonna be over there in the corner looking for a 3, high on the elbow, looking for mid range instead of banging. They don't want to bang. Most of their footwork is horrible. They don't know what a rebound is. They just out there on vibes and jump shots.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's the truth. My true big man that I see, the true big man that I see in the NBA right now is Zach Edey, who's a rookie for Memphis, is a true big man. 7'4". He ain't about to shoot no damn 3-pointer. He gonna be in that post. He gonna back you down, baby hook you. You know what I'm saying? You can turn around, hit the, you know what I'm saying, the turnaround shot. He, let him get more development and he'll be able to run up and down the floor. Domantas Sabonis for Sacramento is a true big man. Why? Because his daddy was a true big man.
He ain't got no choice.
He ain't had no choice.
He had no choice.
He just got finessed with it because, first of all, your daddy is European. You know what I'm saying? But you got, you know what I'm saying? You pass, dribble, shoot, play defense. Like somebody like Joel Embiid, when I watch him, I'm like, if you don't get your big ass to the damn block right now,
get on the block.
I'm about to crash out just like my mama now. You don't get your motherfucking ass onto that damn block right now.
Oh no, don't worry. I'm gonna give y'all an opportunity to crash out. I promise you. I'm gonna set y'all up nicely.
Shit, if you don't, I'll be like, man, it be aggravating, bro. It be so aggravating just to watch Joel Embiid. He on the elbow or trying to shoot a damn three. You don't get your big ass out there on the post. You taller than everybody. You bigger than everybody on the damn on both sides of the ball.
Joel Embiid ain't started playing basketball until he was like 17 years old. What you?
I don't give a damn.
I don't have. Joel Embiid has already exceeded my ceiling of what I thought he was gonna be.
Damn.
Oh God. Okay. So all of that happened, and then my personal riddle in the NBA is Pandemic P. How you play 30 minutes and score 2 points? Make it make sense. You score.
He wasn't inspired.
He ain't worth the money that they're paying him. I was one of them people that said after he broke his leg that he wasn't gonna be the same. Yeah, he'll be okay. He hadn't been the same. He has not been the same.
I think he kind of was the same when he came back. When he, when he was still in Indiana, and he yammed on LeBron in the playoff in the playoff series. But I just feel like he just hasn't been, once he left to go, when he got traded.
He got traded. He didn't leave.
He got traded. I thought about to say when he left. No, when he got traded to Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City was probably the best, other than Indiana, other than being a Pacer. That was probably the best play that he's had since he's been in the NBA. When he was with Oklahoma City. Because what else did you play for? I mean, you had Carmelo. You had.
You know what? You know what? No. Because see, this is where, Carmelo was my absolute favorite NBA player. This man made me change teams because that's how much of a fan of Carmelo's game I was. And these individuals who thought they knew basketball, what is it? Who was the coach? Lon Kruger, whatever his name is. He thought it was a good idea to bring Carmelo Anthony off the bench and make him a corner jump shooter. Are you stupid?
Well,
are you give that man the ball? Give that man the ball in the mid range. Get out his way and let him go to work. 30 and 10, easy. It was easy work. You could have went. They could have ran 1-3 pick and roll with Melo.
Oh yeah.
And left Pandemic P on the bench and let him come in sub time.
Damn.
Wasn't Chris Paul on the
it was Russ. No, it was
Russell. It was Russ.
Russ.
It was Russ. I'm about to say it was Russ.
While they sitting there arguing about who gonna be the star, Carmelo is languishing away. Y'all could have sent this man with Braun and let him get a ring. But
but all right. Let's talk about it. My Miami Heat.
They playing right now. They playing my Mavericks right now.
They are. And how they had cleared the way to get Melo in Miami when everybody else was there.
But that's why I like Melo. Melo's like, no, I want to join up.
And yes,
I don't want to join up with them. I want to beat them.
Outside of like the Miami Heat, if Melo was playing, I was watching it.
Melo,
Pat Riley.
And hold on, I want to be fair. Also, Melo he was supposed to have a running mate. Stoudemire was supposed to be his running mate, and he stayed injured. So,
are you talking about in New York?
In New York.
Yeah.
If he hadn't been injured,
I mean, but by that time, Stoudemire ain't even want to play basketball really anymore.
no, he was selling his wine.
Like, let's be honest. He Stoudemire was on his way out of basketball around that time anyway.
He was. He had too many injuries at that point. So,
yep.
But somebody that we not gonna let get away. So you mean to tell me you was uninspired in Miami? In Miami, who was uninspired?
That's a lot of scattered ass out there in Miami.
I am energized when I'm in Miami. Miami gives me life.
Listen, Miami. It's a reason why people from New York vacation in Miami. Other major cities come to Miami to vacation. It's like that for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I have had some of the best weekends of my life in Miami for a multitude of reasons. One of them being KOD. It ain't open no more, but if you've been there, you understand. Isdale Road has seen me many of times.
The movie trap.
We ain't Tootsies over here, buddy. Yeah, I heard him say it. I was like, you know what? I didn't feel like you had to say it. Just say you wanted to go and be honest for once. And just say, hey, I just want to out of Miami and leave. Mm-hmm. If you didn't like Spoke, just say, I ain't care for Spoke. I want to be out of Miami. We weren't sold on Spoke until he started winning games. Because when they hired him, I was like, who is this?
First of all, they was like, why y'all hiring
why are we hiring the video boy to coach a professional team?
Because he gonna do a Pat thing.
I was like, does Pat have mild dementia up there?
Pretty much.
And then you hear Dwayne Wade say the same thing. Like, I knew who he was. He used to work. He used to stretch me out before the games. He used to be in the video room, and they talking about he gonna coach. What? Man, so your franchise, the face of your team was like, who is this and why? And as a fan, we were both like, who is this man?
For a little while, it worked. For a little while, it worked.
It worked out. Yeah, I think he has. Hey, honestly, for me, Spoke got to produce these next 2 years. I'm gonna be looking at everybody over there crazy.
Yeah, I agree. So we're a plot twist, because everybody loves Miami, right? Miami is a very special place, and if you are a FAMU Rattler fan like myself, some things should only be reserved for FAMU. And I've seen for 1 year a certain Orange Bowl game try to continue without its namesake. You cannot have an orange without Rattler. It's the Orange Blossom Classic. It is football, food, yacht parties, and me. Ain't no way. Y'all thought, you know what? We're going to get Alabama A&M, and we're going to get North Carolina Central. And that's going to move the needle for the Orange Blossom Classic. And don't get me wrong, those are two very good HBCU programs. I'm sorry, Alabama State. But that is not what that classic was started for. It is not what it built its brand on. The Orange Blossom Classic is FAMU and whoever else you can get there. Because remember, when the Orange Blossom Classic had went away, they still tried to make it an Orange Blossom Classic by FAMU playing Miami. Mm-hmm. There ain't no Orange Blossom Classic without FAMU. And for me,
that? I don't know if he was a commissioner or a promoter when we left that game that he said that they didn't need us. Can we get him on the show?
I'm going to reach out. But when I reach out, and
I'm gonna
so
be nice because I just
yeah,
want
I
to
want
see.
I want everybody to understand, because there was a comment made about the Coach Curry interview. When we bring people on the podcast, it is all love. I've had Mike on here, and it was
Hey,
absolutely
bring
all
him back
love.
too. I done told him meet
Yeah.
me on Perry Street too many times, and he keep ignoring me.
Not me at Mike. Not me
So
at.
we keep it like, we make jokes or whatever, but we keep it professional when we have guests on. Like, the act up is only for us to act up.
Yep.
So we keep it professional. So if you felt some type of way about how the interview went, again, I apologize. I'm not gonna change me. I'm not, but I'm gonna make sure.
You didn't apologize twice on this show. That's too many times for me.
Well, I'm gonna move on then. Listen, I know we scheduled to have Devron on, but like I said, his flight had just got in, and he just texted me, hit me up and say he just got in and his flight was late. So we're gonna do it next week. We'll move. So you'll see the Brandon again for the show for next week. So we'll have him on next week. It is
get up on here.
Oh Lord.
You get T-Buck on here.
Emails are going out. I kind of got a list of people we gonna hit. But T-Buck, the gnome, will be on the show. Like he gonna be on the show, y'all. He gonna be on the show. But I gotta get all that straightened out. But we it's one of the things that I love about doing this show is I have purposefully not made it like other shows. This ain't Sports Center. This ain't First Take. This ain't Fox Sports. This ain't none of that. This is fans talking as fans, like you would under a tree with your pops and your uncle. It ain't always gonna be correct diction. It ain't always gonna be polite language. We're not disrespectful, but it's not gonna be that. It's gonna be how we talk about sports. We sit here and talk about sports all the time. We don't disrespect no women. We put the kids, we celebrate the kids, and we have a good time. Now, if you're an Ibis or if you're a boot skin, you might not like what I have to say a lot.
If you're an alley cat, don't watch this.
We gonna have one on the show not long.
Let me if you're a Jaguar or Brave or even a little old small.
Stop, man! I gotta get G on the show. Stop. Gotta get G on the show. But
or Delta Devil.
And then this man just said get T-Buck on the show. But hey, we want everybody to come for an hour, 45 minutes, 2 hours, and enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Have some laughs. That's why I let some of the stuff end up being commercials. Yes, my kid's mom is cussing me out 4 ways to Sunday, but it's funny. Did you get a laugh? I'm leading with love first, and I want to make sure at the end of the show that you had some information, you laughed, and maybe you'll come back again. I hope you do. That's all I got. What you got, Marlo?
Fuck them. Fuck them. If they don't understand where we coming from, I mean, I ain't trying to. I'm just saying we're gonna keep it a buck. We gonna express us. It's like this the culture. But as far as this campaign of apology, that ain't me. Fuck that shit. We want y'all to listen. We want y'all to enjoy our banter. We're gonna go back and forth. We're gonna do some things. Might say some things that's strange, but at the end of the day, we out here to entertain. It's for entertaining education. So I mean, don't take it personal. We ain't out here trying to cause nobody to lose their job or to cost them a check. We out here giving our take, and not your take. So if you think I'm gonna say something and apologize, shit. Good luck with that shit. But that's all I got. I'm just sitting here taking it all in. It's almost. See, I don't know. It almost was unrecognizable. That don't sound like the show I know. You sitting up here after a comment, somebody say something or another. All right, well, we'll address it one time. You won't get on here 2, 3, and 4 and keep talking about it. Shit, fuck that shit. They know what we meant.
Oh
They know
god.
what we
Oh,
meant.
oh
So
man.
that's all I got.
Doc, what you got for us this week, man?
Well, you know, tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Shit, I don't know if I got one coming up, but I don't know. Probably do some smooth music for tomorrow night's show. Second, congratulations to Coach Chris Orr for elevating up to the Kansas City Chiefs as a quality control coach. So shout out to him. Now we on the lookout for another position coach for the national champion Jackson State Tiger football team. Other than that, you know, shout out to the Jackson State women's basketball team. Did beat that school at Daytona. We got a big one and we got a rematch against FAMU on Saturday down in Tallahassee. Hopefully put belt the ass this time. And for all y'all kids, for all you parents out there, y'all just need to go ahead and be some damn crash outs. Get your kids in order to crash out on their ass. That's what I say. Straight crash, monkey stomp, whatever. Straight crash out on them. And do it with love too. Don't half-ass the shit. Do it with some love. If they ain't do it right in school, you tell that little motherfucker he ain't doing right in school. Crash out on him. Head on, like one of them crash test dummies back in the 80s. you know, if you gotta do the smoke of the bear, only you can prevent forest fire to crash out. Do that shit too. We ain't had nobody crash out, like that. Do it like a dare campaign. You know what I'm saying?
Stop
Don't be no dumbass.
We gotta stop it.
Don't be no dumbass. Crash out on them. That's what I'm talking about. Crash out on them.
Campaign. Wow. That's funny.
Oh, Jamal, what you got for us, man?
To whichever two WNBA franchises that had the nerve to call Lisa Leslie about a coaching position and did not call her back, fuck you. And I hope you lose. And this includes my LA Sparks. And Magic Johnson, if you did this to a legend, fuck you. I hope you stub your toe, hit your shin, and I hope you can never find your car keys. To none of your cars, because I know you got more than one. I hope your yacht sank.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
It's basketball season. FAMU, Pack the Pit against Jackson State. Definitely gonna be a good game. If you know some kids that need a coach, need a volunteer, y'all get in the community and help these kids out. Our kids need us. A lot of them are reaching out for help and asking people to help them, and everybody is ignoring them. You can't ignore the problem and then complain that there is a problem. Be the solution that they need. Last thing. It's Valentine's Day, and we don't need no more Scorpios and no more Sagittarius. Please be safe. Y'all have a good weekend.
Now that shit was funny.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Before we get out of here, no fans, no basketball fans. I've heard the rumors about Sam Cassell, and I'm waiting to hear back from somebody that I trust before we
Y'all better hire Charlie Ward and stop playing.
I can only go with this if my source, because I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, when there are rumors going around, I pick up the phone and call, like with everything. I act like I ain't no reporter type, but I do. Like I pick up the phone and say, "Hey, I heard this. What?" If I don't get no feedback, I'm not gonna run with it. Like I'm not a journalist, but I have some integrity about journalism.
And if y'all want a scoop kept quiet, don't tell him. This motherfucker is the scoop list. Hey y'all, guess what they told me?
If they told me, they want me to say it. That's the only time they tell me.
Hey, they want to say it and not get in trouble.
Yeah.
Like who told him that? I don't know. It wasn't me. I don't know where he got it from.
That's the only time they tell me is when they want it out there and they want it said. So
hold on now. Shout out to Memphis right now, whooping the shit out of USF by 17.
Man, I can't celebrate that because USF lost their head coach right before the season. So I don't know how experienced the interim head coach is. It's like he literally jumped into the fire. So I can't I want to talk about how they did nothing to build no stadium with the church building fund money. That stadium that's been coming for the last 10 years, but I'm gonna let that slide. I want to thank everybody for coming to the show. As always, like and subscribe. If you subscribe to Doc Holiday's podcast and not subscribed over here, go ahead and go to watch.fatmouthsports.net. If you subscribe to ours and you haven't subscribed to Doc's, go ahead. HBCU Overdrive at YouTube. Go ahead and check out Doc. Again, be safe. Lead with love.
And crash out on your damn kids.
Crash out. I'm talking about make their room look like cell block T. Take everything, unplug the Wi-Fi, and do what you got to do. Same journey.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.